of turn 3 out of the Mickey Mouse coming into the 100R, the fastest sweeping right of Bira Kart circuit, followed by the rest of the grid here. Posh Control trying to make a fast lap, followed by Porsche DNA in the black CRG. And then behind Posh Control is the number 109, Perapong Pansutamno. Another person you should be looking out for in Minimax and Mini Rookie qualifying is Pumsit Klomajong, the championship leader here with 3 rounds. So all 14 karts are out of the pit lane and getting their hot laps in for Minimax and Mini Rookie qualifying practice of only 6 minutes. So you have around only 5 to 6 chances to really nail in your lap, as one lap is around 50 to 55 seconds. So Posh Control already pulling a gap from Porsche DNA coming into the final corner. Pumsit Klomajong on pole position so far. Posh Control quickly snatches it away from Pumsit Klomajong. So Posh Control 54.604, Pumsit Klomajong 54.670, Perapong Pansutamano 54.720, Patapol 54.723. So from first to fourth, and Pumsit Klomajong snatches it away from Posh Control again. Pumsit Klomajong 54.4. Fastest man so far, 2/10 from second place. Posh Control needs at least 2.5 tenths to take pole position away from Pumsit Klomajong and keep his championship dreams alive. Pumsit Klomajong is currently leading the championship, followed by Posh Control. That's quite the same thing that happens in qualifying as well. Pumsit Klomajong is still the fastest, and Posh Control does not increase his margin here in qualifying as he goes with a 54.6 again on that last lap. Pumsit Klomajong, however, has increased the margin. He has run a 54.337. So Pumsit Klomajong from Singha Motorsport Team Thailand NRT doing what is needed to take pole position and run away with the championship in the round 4 here of Rotax Max Challenge Thailand and Asia Trophy. Still again, Perapong Pansutamano and Patapol following each other. Perapong Pan, Patapol just for a second there snatches third place from Perapong Pan. Perapong Pan snatches it away from Patapol. Both running in the same tense. Pumsit Klomajong again. Fastest man so far, 54.316, half a tenth faster. But Posh Control takes a look behind. Posh DNA is further and further away with 30 seconds left of qualifying. These 3 guys will have another lap. If we could see Pumsit Klomajong on the camera, that would be 164. Trying to find it here. There we go. Pumsit Klomajong in the final corner. Let's see how he clocks in this lap. Okay, so that wasn't quite a big improvement from Pumsit Klomajong. Looks like he's going to pit this lap. Yep, he's on his cool down. So Pumsit Klomajong is happy with the time he's got. But these 3 guys are still out for blood. They're still on hot laps. Their final chance to snatch pole position away from Pumsit Klomajong. Pash Kongchul having a nice run here out of turn 7. All these 3 guys following in slipstream range as Poomsik goes out the final corner. He's going for that human DRS. Will he snatch pole position away? Attention. Oh, he runs close. But Poomsik Klomajong is on provisional pole, followed by Pash Kongchul. 3rd place is Piropong Pansutamano. 4th place is Patapol or Posh DNA. 5th place is Prin. 6th place is Kanpong. 7th is Tas. 8th is Yushren. 9th is Chris Kasemsap. 10th is Liu Bowen. 11th is Putipong. 12th is Pan. And 13th is Antonio. Well, those are all 13 karts for qualifying. Let's go watch the highlights for Mini Max and Mini Rookie qualifying practice. So here as we see all and Junior Rookie qualifying practice, which starts around 9:40 a.m. So 23 karts here, big grid for Rotax Max Challenge Thailand and Asia Trophy, Junior Max and Junior Rookie. The man you should look out for is number 225 of Kunatam Changdrako, fastest man in official practice 3, the last session before qualifying. So Junior Max point standing so far, Panus Tien Mankong first in the championship for Junior Max, followed by Panyakorn, and then the fastest man in official practice 3, Kunatam Changdrako, in 3rd position. So between Panu in 1st place, Panyakorn in 2nd place, and Kunatam Changdrako in 3rd place of the championship, the differences are 3 points. It'll be interesting, as consistency will be the key to winning these races. So the man on the camera here, come on, Pool. As his first year in junior, be quite different from Mini Max. The karts are faster, heavier. Of course, with the D2s, they will be harder to control as the tires a little bit slidier. As we see Come On Po just trying to heat up the tires. Oh, 2 more drivers come out of the pit. Okay, so Come On Po starts on his flyer. It'll be either be 2nd or 3rd lap, as these D2s have a sweet spot for new tires. But it looks like Come On Po is still struggling on those temperatures. Now we can hear the rest of all the karts come out of the Pat Ferme. All 23 karts unleashed from the gates. Let's see how Kamanpool does on his first flyer here. Comes into the final corner. As he guns it for the straightaway, he'll have a really good exit. He's pole position so far, Kamanpool, 52.8. We'll have to wait for the rest of the karts cross the start-finish line to really see who's the fastest. So Kamanpool, still pole man so far on his second flyer. As we see now, the 295 of Paul Akarapon Baker. Raikal goes for the overtake from Paul. So Raikal thinking that he's faster, he should be in the lead. Paul is of course happy with the slipstream that he's got so far. But Kamanpool still the fastest man so far, 52.775. And as more drivers cross the finish line, we'll be able to tell who's really fast. And there we go, Panyakorn on pole position now, 52.6, followed by Toby Gale, 52.625. Zaref Raikal in third place, 52.676. Fourth place, Kamanpool, 52.775. So Kamanpool has fallen 3 positions from pole. And Panyakorn, Toby Gale, Zaref Raikal, less than half a tenth separates the first top 3 positions. Oh, and Kamanpool back on pole position, 52.5. 1/10 faster than Panyakorn, Toby Gale. And Eugene snatches 4th position away from Zaref Raikal, 52.635. Toby Gale now on pole position, 52.246. So Toby Gale 3/10 faster than the rest of the grid. It's almost 4 minutes have passed in Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying for Rotax Max Challenge, Thailand and Asia Trophy. Zaref Raikal on pole position, 52.207. So Zaref Raikal only half a tenth faster than Toby Gale, the driver from Malaysia here. Zaref Raikal racing in the RMC Asia Trophy, while Toby Gale is racing in the Rotax Max Challenge Thailand Championship. So it'll be quite interesting to see how these drivers, try to manage their points, try to manage their positions. Sometimes you've got to do some sacrifices to still finish first in your championship. But Toby Gale now on pole position, 51.899. Toby Gale running a 51.9, 1/10 faster than Zaref Raikal. Kunatam Changjakul in third place, 52.135. Panu Tianmankong, 52.153. From second place all the way to 6th place, it's 2/10 that separate. Toby Gale still on pole position. And as these D2s start to degrade and rot away, as the sweet spot is around 2 fly laps, and Zaref Raikal. Big push there from the Zaref Raikal on Shinma Kusumoto. So a lot of new faces here on Bira Kart circuit. The checkered flag is out for Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying practice. drivers are on their final flyer. I doubt that they'll be faster because these D2s have ended on the sweet spot. And there it is, Toby Gale on pole position. We'll wait as all the cars cross the finish line one more time to really confirm if Toby Gale's on pole position. The lap time is quite connecting for a long time. So Toby Gale, yep, on pole position. Let's go to the highlights for Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying practice. Next up is Senior Max and Senior Max Masters at 9:50. So at 9:50 a.m., Senior Max and Senior Max Masters will start their qualifying. ตอน 9:50 จะมี qualify สำหรับ Senior Max กับ Senior Max Master นะครับ ขอให้ทุกคนเตรียมตัว ขอบคุณครับ So as we can see, the weather starts to heat up now, as there's 1 minute before qualifying starts for Senior Max and Max Masters. There's no delay of the timetables, so timetables will run according to the schedule. ไม่มีดีเลย์สำหรับ schedule นะครับ เวลาก็จะรันตามแผ่นกระดาษใน schedule เลย ขอบคุณครับ So Senior Max and Senior Max Masters, 26 karts, the biggest field for Rotax Max Asia Trophy and Rotax Max Challenge Thailand. The biggest series, the biggest amount of karts, as we see the first 4 come out of the Parc Fermé. So the person you should be looking out for is the number 383. Number 383, which is City Kong City, which is fastest in official practice 3. Some other guys you should be looking out for here, also in qualifying, is Austin Gale. Number 331, who's the leader of the championship here. Also Rajarat should be someone you should be looking out for in qualifying as well, who's second place in point standing. And of course Siri Kongtari in third place in the championship and was fastest in official practice 3. So the the top 3 can be somewhat predictable. As now, after 1 minute has passed, all 26 karts are out for their flyer lap. The pole man so far, Rajarat, number 395. Austin Gale snatches it away. Austin Gale running in a 52.493. And Rajarat and Antakan. Rajarat needs to improve. Oh, sorry, Rajarat now on pole position. Second place, Waterpong. Third place, Austin Gale. And Ethan Matthew Ong takes away from Siri Konsiri back on pole position as well, 50.8. We'll see quite a big few of changes here as Rosso joins the top 3 in second place at 51.0. I was saying we see a big change in qualifying here because all the tires are now on their sweet spot. They can really start pushing as these tires are on their peak performances. But Siri Konsiri running a 50.8, a strong 50.8. Still on pole position. As you can see on the left side of your screen there, that's the timetables, and you can see who's on pole, who's not on pole, what are the differences. As qualifying progresses, you'll see how much closer these times can get. Siri Konsiri from official practice 3, he improved 2 tenths. He found 2 tenths in the data or somewhere else, or perhaps the track conditions improves and they just got the setup right. You see Austin Gale going slowly there. He's trying to find a slipstream buddy. Clifford Ganjana pass. Austin Gale already coming into the pit. Says he has a problem. He's all the way in 25th. Austin Gale, our championship leader, all the way in 25th. Well, that's going to be interesting for qualifying heat 1. Maybe he has a mechanical issue. It would be lovely to see him fight his way through, as Austin Gale is quite the aggressive overtaker. But Siri Konsiri starting to go run away with the championship, as his 2 rivals, Rajarat and Austin Gale, not having the best qualifying here. Rajarat almost in 8th position, not the best. And also Austin Gale all the way in 25th. It's looking good for the championship for Siri Konsiri if he can hang on and perform in the qualifying heat. Got on camera here, the 2 drivers battling it out in qualifying. Rajarat. Oh, on the screen I feel like timetables are slightly wrong, but still, Siri Konsiri is on pole position, not Rajarat. I think they've kind of got it wrong. The left of the screen, it's still wrong, but it's actually Siri Konsiri on pole position. Second place is Clifford. Third place is Ryojo. Fourth place is Ferraz Falzi, and 5th place is Russo. So that is your top 5. With 2 seconds left of qualifying. Checkered flag is out. You're probably not going to see any more improvements. So your top 5 for qualifying in Senior Max and Max Master. First place, Siri Konsiri. Second place, Clifford Ganjanapas. Third place, Ryosho. Fourth place, Ferraz Falzi. 5th place, Russo. 6th place, Krish Gupta. 7th, Ethan Matthew Ong. 8th place, Rajarat. 9th place, Jane Lee. And 10th place, Ethan Joy. So we are now going into the highlights of Senior Max and Max Master qualifying practice. Masters qualifying practice at 10 a.m. So in 3 minutes, we will have the DD2 Master qualifying practice. So the DD2 drivers of only the Asia Trophy, quite a small grid we have here with 5 karts, but it's always interesting to see how these masters really drive themselves. The only Rotax engine with gears. So on the steering wheel of these DD2 karts, you'll see 2 paddles. On the left is the first gear, and the second, and on the right is the second gear. So only 2 gears for these Rotax karts, for only DD2. So fastest man in official practice 3, and the one you should be looking out for in qualifying is Luke Joshua Armstrong in the number 524. So Luke Joshua Armstrong, a Singaporean driver. Fastest man in official practice 3. Let's see how qualifying plays out for these big boys in DD2 Masters. And the park firm is open, of course. Luke Joshua Armstrong out of the gates. Ready. As he's in RL, followed by RL. They're quite going slowly for these DD2 karts, as kind of trying to see if anybody will follow. Look, Joshua Armstrong does not want anybody to be following him, as he really wants to keep his track secrets on the track. Just going slowly. Wait for others to go first, so he can really find a slipstream buddy, build a gap, and run his best laps on qualifying. So it looks like Luke Joshua Armstrong now starting to go on a flyer, building the speed for the first hot lap. With around 4.5 minutes of qualifying left. All 5 drivers are now on their hot laps. These 2 minutes will be the most important part of qualifying, as these D5 tires that the DD2 Master guys use really have 2 laps of peak performances before they start to degrade and drop. So in these 2 laps, you can't really mess up. You really have to pedal to the metal and just bring out what you've got. Tang Ung here on his first flyer, 51.3. See if Luke Joshua Armstrong can destroy that. Of course he does, 50.7. My God, is Luke Joshua Armstrong a rocket. Chen Ping Hao now snatches 2nd place away from Yi Tang Ung, 51.1. 4/10 slower than Luke still. Scott John Howard, 51.1. Scott John Howard takes 2nd place from Chen Ping Hao. On camera here we see Yi Tang Ung on his 2nd flyer. This is where the tires can really come in. Oh, he clips a curve there, runs on the runoff. Little mistakes here and there from Yi Tang Ung. He comes into the final corner. He's gonna really try to build the speed. does not improve. Luke Joshua Armstrong improves to a 50, strong 50.6, and he's already on his cooldown. He knows that's it. He knows what he's got. Almost 3 minutes left for qualifying. Luke Joshua Armstrong is done, and he's going rather slowly. Yep, okay, he's about to pit. Yep, so he's saving his tires. He's done with qualifying. He knows the tires are out of their peak range. And on camera here we see Alpesh Kumar Patel on his third flyer lap here with 2 minutes to go. Chen Ping Hao improves to a strong 51.0. Luke Joshua Armstrong will take pole position in DD2 Masters. About 2 minutes to go. Drivers going for the cool down lap, going for one final time. Rather than to save those tires for the races.
เข้าพิษไปแล้วไม่มีสักคันละหมดทั้งสนามแล้วอะไรวะมาที่ของตอน
So DD2 Masters with 2 minutes to go for qualifying. Everybody is already in the pit. As they're quite experienced drivers and they know what they're doing. They know tires are out of the peak range. There's really not much sense of driving any further. You just gotta burn your tires to the ground. So rather than pit, save those tires for the races. So in the top 5, Luke Joshua Armstrong, 50.6. Followed by Chen Ping Hao, 51.0. Third place, Scott John Howard, 51.1. Fourth place, Itang 51.3. Fifth place, Alpesh Kumar Patel, 52.1. So that was qualifying practice. All 5 categories of Micro Max, Micro Rookie, Mini Max, Mini Rookie, Junior Max, Junior Rookie, Senior Max Masters, and DD2 Max Masters. So next up we have the real deal, qualifying heat 1. The program today will be running qualifying practice, which just has ended, followed by qualifying heat 1, then a quick lunch break of 30 minutes, followed by qualifying heat 2, then pre-final and final. So both pre-final and final will have points for qualifying heat 1 and qualifying heat 2. It will determine where you will start for the pre-final. So next up we have Micro Max and Micro Rookie qualifying heat 1 at 10 a.m. So 10:10. Micro Max Micro Rookie จะเริ่มตอน 10:10 นาทีนะครับ Micro Max Micro Rookie will be running only 6 laps for qualifying heat 1. Drivers are still out of their carts, still trying to relax their muscles, get their minds really into the mode. Heart started beating quite a bit. Always love to see a bit of rain as well. 3 minutes before Micro Max and Micro Rookie qualifying starts.
ต้องเอาเสาไปใกล้ๆแล้วไม่ได้แล้ว
The mechanics start to lift the cart down to the ground. You see Mason Alexander Kwong hopping into his car. That DRM parallel machine.
มันไม่ถึง
So to remind you again, your top 3 of qualifying for Micromax and Micro Rookie is pole position, Chinapat Vejabuti in the number 78 Kart. Second place, Tanawarat Vejabuti in the number 77. And third place is Charkorn Mina Kaneth, the number 19. That is your top 5 starting for qualifying Heat 1. In around 1 minute, the gates for Park Ferme will be open. And all 9 carts will be unleashed from the Park Ferme, ready to go to war. There we go, that 1 minute board is up. All drivers are ready, all mechanics are ready. So that is qualifying Heat 1 start for Micromax as, geez, all 9 carts rush out of the Park Ferme. Mason Alexander Kwong here lets the other drivers in front of him go first. And it looks like a race already as they come out of the Park Ferme. As our pole man here is quite on the hurry here, number 78. Chinapat Vejabuti. So Chinapat lining them up 2 by 2. Front 2 running Sodi carts for the 2 brothers. They're going rather slowly there. So you want it to be a 1 go for the rolling start. And they're crawling as they come out of the 7th corner and into the final corner. There we go. On top of your screen there are the 5 lights. And when they go out, these drivers can start racing and go out of their corridors. Vejabuti is the pole man here, controlling the speed of the 9-cart train as they come into the corridors. And it's lights out, and we go for racing. Second place has not the best start. Tanawarat has not had the best start. He's getting, and it's 4 wide. 4 wide coming into the Mickey Mouse. Luckily, all the carts made it through. But Tanawarat there, a bad start. He came from 2nd place all the way to 4th. Not the best start, as interestingly, they go 4 wide. As we saw into the Mickey Mouse. Interesting stuff from these young guys. But the Tony cart is slowly following behind. There's a little bit of drama here in the steward's box, as we think that maybe the number 39 cart of Jun Karato might have done something wrong. So there it is. Jun Karato out of the corridor. partially out of the corridor, and he will have a penalty. So sadly for him, he will start to drop down the order from 3rd position. So Jun Karato, 5-second penalty for him. 3 seconds, sorry, 3 seconds for him, as he has gone outside of the corridors. Oh, that was not the best start that Jun Karato wanted, but it's still qualifying heat 1, and he still has time to make up positions. But Chinapat now getting followed closely behind by Chayakorn. And Tanarat here starting to have issues, as he has that big 3-car train behind him. Mason Alexander Kwong has a big look into the Mickey Mouse. Oh, there's a little bit of taps and bangs here and there. But it's all quite still calm and serenity as Tanarat starts to pull away from Jun Karato. Jun Karato going for that defense from Mason Alexander Kwong. Mason Alexander Kwong goes for the move into turn 7. Beautiful move. Peapot tries to go for the follow, but it doesn't work as they come into the final corner. Jun Karato goes for the defense. He's not trying to lose any more positions. I'm not sure any of the drivers know. Jun Karato has a penalty of 3 seconds for the corridor. Palat tries to go side by side with Pakapol. Jun Karato on pressure from Peapot as Peapot tries to go look for the inside coming to the 100R. Peapot will have to go back on the racing line. Jun Karato is defending. Let's see where Peapot will make his move. But up in front, it's still Chinapat, followed by Chayakorn. And 3rd place, Tanarat. 4th place, Mason Alexander Kwong. And 5th place, Jun Karato. Most likely that Mason and Jun Karato have clinched positions. On the left side of the screen, yep. So Peapot now on the attack from Jun Karato. Jun Karato will try to go for the defense. What will Peapot do as they come into the Mickey Mouse? Big shove there from Peapot as he tries to find a little bit of an edge from Peapot. Peapot goes side by side with Jun Karato coming into the 100R. Jun Karato almost touches Peapot. Beautiful move from Peapot as he goes around the outside. Jun Karato goes back down the inside. These guys are fighting like crazy. Peapot goes for the crossover. Beautiful move from Peapot. Well timed. Chinapat followed by Chayakorn, Tanarat, Mason, and now Peapot has joined the top 5 from Micro Max and Micro Rookie qualifying heat 1. Already 1 lap for these youngsters. Chinapat clocks in the fastest lap, 58.5. Still close between the last 3 of Jun Karato, Pakapon, Palat, and Mandalat. Still going for a battle here. Peapot seems like he needs a little bit of a gap to really edge away from Jun Karato. Jun Karato still on the defense from the rest of the guys. I don't think Jun Karato knows he has a 3-second penalty. Chinapat as he follows racing line coming to the final corner. He will take the win in qualifying heat 1. Massive look back there from Chinapat, followed by Tanarat and Mason just riding on that rear bumper of Tanarat. Quite an interesting race for qualifying heat 1 of Micro Max and Micro Rookie. Your top 5 is Chinapat Vejabuti, followed by Charagon Mina Kanith, Third place is Chanarat Vejabuti. Fourth place is Mason Alexander Kwong. Fifth place is Pimpat Kaurung Fatai. We go into highlights for Micromax and Micro Rookie qualifying Heat 1. So, next race is the Mini Max and Mini Rookie at 10:25. Mini Max Mini Rookie เริ่มตอน 10:25 นะครับ So the Mini Max and Mini Rookies will be 7 laps of action as the 3-minute board comes up there before Parc Fermé opens. Sorry, before the gates open and all the carts can be unleashed. So all 13 carts. In the Mini Max and Mini Rookie grid. Just to softly remind you, your top 5 for Mini Max and Mini Rookie is Phumsik Klomajong. Second place is Posh Kongcho. Third place is Pirapong Pansutamano. Fourth place is Patapol. Fifth place is Prin. So that is your top 5 for Mini Max and Mini Rookie. It'll be interesting to see how second, third, and fourth place of Mr. Posh DNA and Pirapong Pan fight to keep Phumsit behind them, because Phumsit will be like a rocket ship. And he'll start to pull a gap right away after the first corner. So they'll have to try to pull him back. As a Phumsit will continue to lead the championship that way if they do not pull Phumsit back into the rest of the grid. So around 2 to 3 minutes before the race starts. There's all the drivers now checking steering wheel, checking the wheels, checking the brakes, the throttles, just really to get their mood, get their brains into focus. So the race will start in 3 minutes at 10:25. As we can see the marshals in front just stretching. Of course, marshals also do a lot of work, so without them we wouldn't have a beautiful race well organized like this. So we would like to thank all the marshals for their hard work. So 1 minute board comes up for all 13 drivers are unleashed from the grid. It'll be an interesting fight, of course. We can always expect a good fight from these mini-max and mini-rookie drivers. And mind you, these drivers are from 10 to 12-year-olds. These are 10 to 12-year-olds really fighting. They're fighting like a bunch of adults going to war here. As Pumsik Klomachong is unleashed and the rest of the grid follows him. For the formation lap. There's no excessive weaving for the formation lap. So drivers will really have to dig deep to get that tires to warm up. As hopefully we will see a beautiful clean 2x2 start right away without a one more time. So Pumsit already trying to form the 2x2 formation for the start of the race. For the 7 laps of interesting action in Rotax Max Challenge, Thailand and Asia Trophy. Pumsit crawls. We see this trend also with the Micro Max drivers. So they don't really want to go one more time. So they really start to crawl. You see the driver behind the 156 of TUS leaving a gap, trying to go for the slingshot move, which you see quite often from the back markers. It's quite a big gap also from Pero Pongpan as he's planning to kind of do the slingshot as well. But Posh Kongcho there has to be beside Pumsik Glomajong to have a good start. On the top of your screen are the 5 lights, and they go racing. Posh Kongcho, not the best start that he had. Pero Pongpan will go down the inside, but Posh Kongcho bravely go around the outside. Beautiful move there. Just keep it stick. Posh Kongcho almost lost second place to Pero Pongpan. Somebody going around the outside. It's Ganpong going around the outside in the Mickey Mouse. I'm not sure if that would have worked. A beautiful move there from Ganpong. He surely made it work. But Pumsit still being closely followed behind the man on pole position. As he's starting to build a gap. This is exactly what he hoped to see. Clean start right from the gates. And he'll just be able to pull a big margin of a gap. Late braking from Pumsit into the final corner. We see him pull a gap right as we enter the corner. That's when we can see how late he brakes compared to Posh Kongcho. Posh Kongcho aiming for the better exit, but Pumsit really is confident on those brakes coming into the final corner. As they come into the Mickey Mouse there, we're running in pairs now as we see Pumsit and Posh in a pair, and Pero Pongpan and Patapol in a pair as well. Pero Pongpan and Patapol having the same battle they had in qualifying. So Pero Pongpan having squished in a sandwich of CRG karts. As Pumsit starting to pull a gap now, you can always see and appreciate how confident Pumsit is on the brakes. Really braking deep into the final corner while Mr. Posh aims for the better exit as he comes into the back straightaway. Patapol using that human DRS to really capitalize on Pero Pongpan. As Pattaya starts to catch up, riding on the rear bumper of Pirapongpan. Phumsik Klomajong starting to slowly pull a gap away from Mr. Posh. But the fight here is really between Pirapongpan and Pattaya as they come out of the S's. Down the third straightaway of the track. Mr. Posh is starting to slide quite a bit, maybe perhaps a little bit overdriven. Pirapongpan and Pattaya still in the battle with 4 laps to go. They enter the first corner. Pirapongpan takes a big look behind. Pattaya is still there. Pattaya is trying to take a look down the inside. Pirapongpan nicely covers it up. Pattaya just having a little bit of look there to tell Pirapongpan, I'm still here. If you make a mistake, I'm going for the move. So into the S's. Pirapongpan not being able to pull away in the S's. Down the straightaway on the exit, Pattaya is quite lacking. But he closes up into the 7th corner. Into the final corner. He pulls it, already pulling at least 10 carts of a gap with 3 laps to go. My word, this Phumsik fast. 54.7, fastest lap so far by Phumsik Klomajong. With 3 laps to go. Pirapongpan takes a big look behind. Pattaya is still there. Unfortunately, every time Pirapongpan takes a look back, Pattaya is still there with his black card, black helmet. And if he keeps on taking a look back, it'll start putting the pressure on him. As he gets a little bit sideways coming to the S braking zone. But Phumsik gliding beautifully out of the S's. He's building almost a second of a gap now. As we see. We'll have to see as he crosses the finish line how big of a gap it is from Phumsik Klomajong to Posh Kongchol. So there we go, second. Phumsik is pulling at least 2 tenths per lap from Posh Kongchol with 2 laps to go. Pirapongpan takes another look. This time it's better for Pirapongpan. Pattaya really capitalizes on the braking zone into the Mickey Mouse. Pirapongpan just seems to have the better exit on him. While Pattaya can really capitalize more on the braking zone, which is differences between the 2 braking zones, between the 2 driving styles. So here we see the beautiful driving from Phumsik Klomajong, the man who was on pole position. To the final corner, he really opens up in that final corner with no one behind him. The final lap board shows up and he again clocks the fastest lap, 2 tenths faster than Posh Kongchol again. Posh Kongchol needs to follow close behind in order to keep his championship dreams alive, or else Phumsik will keep on running away. But Pattaya and Pirapongpan still less than 3 tenths away. So Pattaya is still in overtaking distance of each other. And there's a little squabble behind between the middle 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Phumsik coming into the final corner. We can see how much he opens up compared to Posh Kongchol in the final corner. Phumsik is going to take the win here in Minimax and Mini Rookie qualifying Heat 1. Followed by Posh Kongchol. 3rd place Pirapongpan. 4th place Pattaya. 5th place Brin. 6th place Kanpong. 7th place Tuss. 8th place Chris. 9th place Yushan. 10th place Leo. 11th place Pan. 11th place is now Putipong. 12th place ends Antonio. And Pan somehow falls to 13th on the final lap. So beautifully driven there. Whole shot for Phumsik Klomajong in qualifying Heat 1 of Minimax and Mini Rookie. So we go into the highlights of Mini Max and Mini Rookie qualifying. So next up, we will have Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying Heat 1 with 8 laps of action. ตอน 10 โมง 40 แข่งของ Junior Max กับ Junior Rookie จะเริ่มขึ้นนะครับ So there are 23 karts. So the second biggest grid for Rotax Max Challenge, Thailand, and Asia Trophy. The championship leader so far is Panustian Mangkong with 301 points, followed by Panyakorn Aram Rasmi with 300 points. And Kunatam Changchuko in third place with 298 points. So 3 points separate the top 3 in the championship. This race is going to be important for the top 3, sorry, to really see who will win. But with 2 rounds left, you can never tell. But it's better to, have a big margin of points. Toby Gale is on pole position, followed by Panyakorn, Panustian Mangkong, and Zaria Frakal. And it's 3 minutes before the start of the race for Junior Max and Junior Rookie. So to remind you again of Junior Max and Junior Rookie, the qualifying on pole position was Toby Gale. Second place was Panyakon Aram Rasumi. Third place is Panus Tianmankong. Fourth place was Zaria Frakal. Fifth place is Kunatam Changjuko. So that was your top 5 for sure, Junior Max and Junior Rookie. Between the top 5 of the grid, there was less than 2/10 that separate all these drivers as all 23 karts come out of the pit lane. Intense weaving there from Panyakon. As they try to get their tires warmed up for qualifying heat 1. It's not so sunny of a day here, so I'll take a little bit more effort to warm up those D2s. Toby Gale leads the pack with the other 22 karts behind them. So coming into the 7th corner, Toby Gale tries to form the 2x2 formation. The rest of the grid closely following behind. On the right hand, Toby Gale is choking and squeezing the fuel line to get less fuel into the carburetor for a cleaner start. So you've really got to time that right with the squeeze to get the optimum amount of fuel as all 23 karts come into the corridor and the lights are out for the 8 laps of action here. Toby Gale, not the best start. I'm not sure what happened there. I look back just to see the amount of laps. And Panyakon is now in the lead. Second place is Toby Gale. Third place is Zaria Frakal. There's a big fight, and it's 2x2. And it's 3x3 coming into the Mickey Mouse. And there's the big crash behind. Big crash. Double yellows are out coming into the 100R. That was something that happened in the 100R. That was a big collision. Hopefully we could have seen something. But there's a Sodi kart out of the race. And a few more that reached the barriers. As the marshals try to get the carts. And the drivers out. As they enter the final corner. First place is now Panyakon, followed by Toby Gale. Third place, Zara Frakal. Fourth place, Panus Tianmankong. Fifth place, Kunatam Changjuko. Kunatam tries to take a look down the inside from Panu. Oh, that's, come on, pull, safe and out of the cart. That's lovely to see as karting safety progresses. Drivers are constantly getting safer and safer after each year. But this is Panyakon in the lead, followed by Toby Gale. We'd have to see in the highlights what happened to Toby Gale there on the start of the race. Confident in the brakes is Toby Gale. Edges closer into the Panyakon in the braking zone. 6 laps to go. Behind it's Eugene and Justin finding it out for 6th position, followed by Sorowit, Raphael, and Paul Akrapon, Paul Becker. Toby Gale starting to close in on Panyakon. Panyakon will have to go on the defense because he knows Toby Gale is faster. Panyakon having to run a tighter line. Toby Gale will see his move, will seize his opportunity. Zara Frakal looking closely behind. Panyakon still in the lead with 5 laps to go after they cross the finish line. It's going to be a close race between the top 5. If there is going to be action, Kunatam Changdrako is definitely going to join the party. But right now they're running in pairs between Panyakorn, Toby, and Zara Frekal and Panu. Panyakorn still seems to have a bit of pace to keep Toby Gill behind him. But Zara Frekal slowly following behind Panu Stian Mankong, the man on the championship lead. Is slowly following behind. But Panyakorn still in the lead of the race. Toby Gill not having that much pace like what he did in qualifying. Really, Toby Gill goes deep into the final corner, trying to find those last few tenths. Panyakorn is doing well to keep Toby Gill behind him. But it's now time for Zara Frekal to take down and follow the top two. So is Chandrakul. But Panyakorn still in the lead of the race. Toby Gill slowly closes it up on Panyakorn into the braking zones. Big check behind from Toby Gill to see where Zara Frekal is. Seems like Toby Gill with 4 laps to go is starting to plan a move on Panyakorn. The gap this lap is 0.208, so let's see what the gap is now from Panyakorn to Toby Gill. It's 0.247. Toby Gill has fallen behind Panyakorn by half a tenth. Pano looks back to see where Kuntam Chandrakul is. Toby Gill now is riding on Panyakorn's rear bumper. Panyakorn goes into the 100R, fastest sweeping ride off the track. Toby Gill tries to point the car in. Zara Frekal slowly closing in on those top 2 drivers now. Is Panyakorn slowing down, or is Toby Gill faster? All top 5 drivers use all the runoff coming into turn 7. Toby Gill always braking a little bit later than Panyakorn, getting the car settled. Panyakorn on the exit is better though. There's differences between driving styles and braking zones. Toby Gill goes into the Mickey Mouse. Panyakorn still in the lead of the race. He will have the potential to maybe take this home. He was only half a tenth slower than Toby Gill in qualifying, but it's all about consistency in these races. If Panyakorn or Toby is consistent enough, they can win the race here, but Toby Gill really trying everything he has. Panyakorn almost humping the cart to try to get in front. So let's see the gap this round. Come around the gap is now 0.207. So Toby Gill has gained half a tenth on Panyakorn with 1 lap left. And if it could happen now, Toby Gill looks to go perhaps into this right-hander. He's not close enough. 3 corners left. 2 chances left for Toby Gill to go for a move on Panyakorn. Panyakorn has the best exit he could have hoped for. Toby Gill will have to go into this final corner. They're not close enough. Panyakorn will take first place for Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying Heat 1. Beautiful start there from Panyakorn to take it to a win. Kuntam Chandrakul not the happiest for qualifying Heat 1. Hopefully he'll find something, but there's a little battle behind it in the final corner. That is checker flag. Beautiful driving from Panyakorn to keep Toby Gill, the pole man, behind. But it was a close race and a close fight between the top 5 drivers in Junior Max and Junior Rookie. Now we go to the highlights, Junior Max and Junior Rookie qualifying Heat 1. now we go to Senior Max and Senior Max Masters. 9 laps of action at 10:55 a.m. So 5 minutes before the start of the race. ตอน 10:55 จะมีแข่ง Senior Max Senior Max Master นะครับ Qualifying Heat 1. So this is the biggest grid of the day, 26 carts. And your pole man is City Kong City. It's looking good for City Kong City, as he's third in the championship, but both of his rivals, Rajarat and Austin Gale, did not have the best qualifying. Austin Gale all the way in 25th position, and Rajarat in 8th position. So they'll have to take their time in both qualifying heats to get back up to City Kong City. So City Kong City will have more time to maybe breathe, save tires, find his best optimum line, and really get ready for the pre-final this evening. But City Kong City, the man on pole position, 50.801. Second place is Clifford Ganjanapas, 50.879. Third place is Ryosho Nakadzado, 50.9. Fourth place is Faraz Fauzi, 50.986. And fifth place is Russo, 51.0. So between the top 5, 2 tenths separate them. So the 1 minute board comes up sooner or later, as all 26 carts are about to get unleashed from the barricades in Senior Max and Max Master qualifying Heat 1. So 3 seconds as the barricades open up, and City Kong City is out of the pit lane, followed by Clifford Ganjanapas in the first row. Beautiful quality of the camera here, provided by Rotax Max Challenge Thailand and the Asia Trophy. As they go on to the formation lap. City Kong City looks behind him. There's 25 other cars following him. If they can have a good start, it's going to be a rather easy fight for City Kong City. But Clifford is going to make City Kong Series life as hard as possible. Around half a tenth from each other, City Kong City and Clifford Ganjana Pass. City Kong City, a more experienced driver. In Senior Max and Max Masters. The driver comes just close into his position. And we see the championship leader Austin Gill on the final row there on the right with the orange suit. And it's not going to be a go here. Of course, the Senior Max and Max Masters. That was way too fast for City Kong City and Clifford Ganjana Pass. So they need to dial it back a bit. With the rest of the field still trying to form their positions. The yellow flags are out over the track as we're going again for qualifying heat 1 of Senior Max and Max Masters. So all 26 carts are now in 2x2 formation. For qualifying heat 1, City Kong City and Clifford Ganjana Pass on the front row. They get on throttle. One more time again. Not the best controlling speed there from City Kong City. So they have to go one more time to the rest of the grid. It's lucky for Russo in 5th position because he gets to go one more time, gets another chance to get back up to his position. And we see here the white cart in the red helmet trying to get back into this position. There we go. Russo finally gets his chance to go back into 5th position. Extremely lucky from him that we got one more time for formation lap. So several drivers from several countries have a fight here. Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines even, Japan, Indonesia, Finland. All joining us for Rotax Max Challenge. And it's one more time again. Was it one more time? It was a good start. Okay. I saw that orange little light there, apologies. But it's a go, go, go for Senior Max and Max Master qualifying heat 1. As right out the gates, Clifford Ganjana Pass tries to go around the inside. It feels like City Kong City can go around the outside of 100R. He keeps his position. That was a little bit tipsy there from City Kong City after too many of the one more times. But Clifford Ganjana Pass in 2nd place, followed by Feroz Fauzi. 4th place is Chris Gupta now. 4th place. As the times leaderboard have not updated. I'm not quite sure, but that is Krish Gupta in 4th position. 5th position is now Ryosho. Ryosho tries to go down the inside of Krish Gupta. 6th position is Russo. City Kong 3 trying to still fight the cart, and the tires aren't quite hot yet, with only one lap of the Senior Max and Max Master qualifying Heat 1. He's already starting to pull a gap from the rest of the field. This is exactly what City Kong City wants. As he's a pole man, he can really shoot from pole. So hopefully first place here. Already pulling a gap. Clifford Gachanapaz will have to push his hardest. Or else Farasfalzi is of course following behind. And Krish Gupta has brought Ryosho Nakazoto and Russo close to each other. But City Kong City still the fastest man so far, 52.8. And 7 laps to go. City Kong City in the lead, followed by Clifford Gajanapas. Third place is now Faras Falzi. Fourth place is Krish Gupta. Fifth place is Russo, followed by Russo. That is the top 6 that are having a battle here. But all the drivers are still evenly spaced out. But it's always interesting for the drivers, as nobody can make a single mistake, or else the rest of the field is affected. And Austin Gale is up. How many positions is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Austin Gale is up at least 15 positions from 25th position. So Austin Gale, completely forgot about it. He's gone for 25th now to 11. So Austin Gale has made 14 positions since the start of the race. So he's really fighting to keep his championship dreams alive. And now the two rivals, Austin Gale and Rajarat, fighting each other for 10th position. Now that's the fight between 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Farasvazi, Krish Gupta, and Ryosho, with Russo following closely behind. The one you should really be looking out for now is Austin Gale, since the top 5 are slightly pulling back. Austin Gale, my word, is he on the move. With 4 laps to go, let's see how much more positions Austin Gale can gain. And he's now following behind Rajarat. It did seem like in qualifying, Austin Gale had a mechanical failure. Austin Gale goes for the move down the inside. Beautiful move there from Austin Gale. So Rajarat and Austin Gale are still fighting for 10th position. This is interesting because they're both top 2 for championship and not having the best races so far. But at the front, it's still Faraz Fauzi. 3rd position, followed by Krish Gupta fighting with Ryosho. And City Kong City is long gone. So Austin Gale has made his way past the Rajarat for 10th position. So he's up 15 positions now and is following Miguel. Austin Gale's like a mad bull, fighting to get all the positions he needs to win this championship. But City Kong City looks like he could be running away the first qualifying heat. It'll be quite tough for Austin Gill. As for qualifying Heat 2, he will start at 25th again from his qualifying results. It's going to be tough for him. It's going to be interesting for us to see just how hard he has to fight to get the positions. Right now, Siri Kong Siri is on a dream of a run with 2 laps to go. Senior Max and Max Master qualifying Heat 1. Siri Kong Siri is dominating the rest of the field. 1.1 seconds separate Siri Kong Siri and Clifford Ganjana Pass. Krish Gupta having a look behind. Russo is still there. So Krish Gupta being sandwiched between Ruscio and Russo. 2 similar sounding names. But it's the final lap. Senior Max and Max Master. If we can take a look behind. Let's see if Austin Gill can gain 1 more position before the end of the race. But the race winner of Senior Max and Max Master qualifying Heat 1 is Siri Kong Siri, followed by Clifford Ganjana Pass. 3rd place is Faraz Fauzi. 4th place is Russo. 5th place is Krish Gupta. 6th place is Russo. 7th place is Jane Lee. 8th place is McGill. 9th place is Ethan. And your top 10, Austin Gill, places 10th from 25th on the grid. Heroic drive from Austin Gill from 25th to 10th, sorry. So he gained 15 positions. Beautiful driving there from Austin Gill. And also beautiful driving from Siri Kong Siri to pull a big margin of a gap. So that is the race. On to the highlights of Senior Max and Max Master qualifying Heat 1. So the last race before the lunch break is the DD2 Max Masters at 11:10. So at 11:10, we start the DD2 Max Master qualifying Heat 1. with 9 laps to go. This will be quite the race for the rest of the guys, as Luke Armstrong is 4/10 faster than the rest of the field. I mean, 4/10 in karting is like at least a minute for the rest of us. So Luke Joshua Armstrong has the possibility to dominate the rest of the field for DD2 Masters. But it's going to be the rest of the 4 guys who will have to stop Luke Armstrong. I mean, Luke Armstrong's domination could bore fans. As the 1 minute board comes up. So let's softly remind you of the qualifying for DD2 Masters. On pole position, Luke Joshua Armstrong. Second place, Chen Ping Hao. Third place, Scott John Howard. Fourth place, Yi Tang Eng. And fifth place is Alpesh Kumar Patel. So that is all 5 drivers in DD2 Masters. Quite a small grid for DD2 Masters, but it's going to always be interesting with these fast karts. So one of the fastest of the Rotax category. And the barriers are away as the DD2 drivers are out of the grid. We can see Scott John Howard there rocking the Grand Finals Australian suit. It's always an honor to see one of those guys wear one. The only guys who can race in the Grand Finals are those who have won either Asian trophy, European trophy, one-off festival events, or a championship from one of their own countries, like this from Rotax Max Challenge, Thailand. So it's the best of the best racing from each other at the end of the year, and it's a one-off event. Winner takes it all. So Luke Joshua Armstrong forming the grid here. Relatively easy, and it's only a 5-car train. As Alpesh joins the rest of the 4 guys. It's going to be interesting to see how Scott John Howard and Chen Ping Hao tries to take the advantage over Luke Joshua Armstrong. And it's go, go, go! Chen Ping Hao, not the best start he wanted there, but John Howard, he knows what he has to do to keep Luke Joshua Armstrong from running away. Luke Joshua Armstrong now already building a gap from the rest of the field. I mean, 4/10 in qualifying, that's not something you see quite often in racing. Unless if it's not even F1. F1, it's only 0.1, 0.2 of a gap in qualifying. Joshua Armstrong is really pulling away from the rest of the field. Can anybody bring him down? And it's already almost 4, 5, 6 kart lengths of a gap with 8 laps to go. Scott John Howard will have to defend from Chen Ping Hao. Chen Ping Hao wants that 2nd place that he had in the start of the race back. Scott John Howard could be more consistent. It's a fight of consistency. On camera, it's Luke Joshua Armstrong. 1 lap, and he's already pulled 6/10 from Scott John Howard. Chen Ping Hao take a quick look behind. Yi Tang Eng isn't there. Chen Ping Hao will make his move sooner or later with 7 laps to go. Two-tenths separate Scott John Howard and Chen Ping Hao. Yi Tang Eng will be loving this. If Scott John Howard and Chen Ping Hao start fighting, he might have a chance catch up to the rest of second and third place. Scott John Howard coming into the 100R, sliding the car a little, trying to get it rotated back on the throttle. Luke Joshua Armstrong, fastest man on the track, not surprisingly, 50.981. 6 laps to go. Scott John Howard and Chun Ping Hao are having a beautiful fight. This is a pace fight, consistency fight. To really see who can nail their braking zones, carry the speed into the corners, and who can have the better exit. Scott John Howard and Chun Ping Hao running in the same time, 51.4 for both Scott John Howard and Chun Ping Hao. With 5 laps to go, Luke has built a 1.5 second gap. So Luke Joshua Armstrong is gone, nowhere to be seen anymore. Last lap, Scott John Howard was 1/10 faster than Chun Ping Hao. So Chun Ping Hao needs to up his game in order to take second place back again from Scott John Howard. With 4 laps to go as Luke crosses the start and finish line, anything can happen in motorsports. Chun Ping Hao is surprisingly running his clear visor in the middle of the day. Chun Ping Hao slowly getting closer though. It's like in some parts of the track, Chun Ping Hao is faster. First sector, Chun Ping Hao is definitely faster as he catches up. But as Scott John Howard comes into the few S's here. Scott just has the better exit, and as we see, he starts to pull away quite a bit. Especially into the last few corners, Scott John Howard just carries that little bit better of a speed. Breaks a little bit later into the final corner. With 3 laps to go. Luke has just built a massive amount of margin. I mean, 1.5 seconds is so far you don't even have to compete anymore. So Luke Joshua Armstrong is chill. He's just driving, he's just having fun. It's almost like a practice session for him now. Scott John Howard is still in the fight with Chun Ping Hao. Luke Joshua Armstrong isn't even pushing. He's just having that Sunday morning stroll of his. With 2 laps to go, it's like Luke Joshua Armstrong is saving his tires now, because I mean, his best lap was a 50.9, but now he's running in the 51.6s. He's definitely saving his tires for the rest of the race. Smart thinking there from Luke Joshua Armstrong. No need to dominate so much. You've got tires to save. Scott John Howard is really pushing. He's on a 51.5. Luke Joshua Armstrong. Smart thinking from the man to save tires. The rest of the field are pushing like crazy. Luke Joshua Armstrong will have more tires at the end of the final. The final lap for DD2 Masters qualifying heat 1. 5.24 Tony Kart machine of Luke Joshua Armstrong. Doing Luke very well. He can keep pulling and pulling away of his fluoro yellow helmet. And he will, of course, take the win here in DD2 Max Masters with 2-3 corners left to go. There we go, as Luke has his Sunday stroll, wins the DD2 Max Masters qualifying Heat 1, followed by Scott John Howard. Third place is Chun Ping Hao. Fourth place is Itang Eng. And fifth place is Alpesh Patel. That is all of the finishes and all of the results for DD2 Max Masters qualifying Heat 1 in Rotax Max Asia Trophy. This is the highlights of the DD2 Max Masters for qualifying Heat 1. For the first half of Rotax Max Challenge Asia Trophy and Rotax Max Challenge Thailand. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again at 11:55 after the 30-minute lunch break. So please stay tuned for qualifying Heat 2, pre-final, and final. Thank you.